coming to Bangkok, Thailand for the first time and you're thinking about renting a car, stop.
That is madness.
We'll show you what we did instead to save money and our sanity. Hello, you've reached the Pottages and we're not home right now.
We are in Bangkok, Thailand, and we are here to talk to you today about renting a car in Bangkok. Don't do it.
It's a bad idea.
If you have never experienced the streets of Bangkok, you know what a terrible idea it is to try and drive here. There's just a lot going on. There are rules, but it takes a while for you to figure out what the rules are. It's not a good idea to drive here. You know, we have not done an exhausted search on what rental cars cost, and I'm sure you can get a fabulous deal, but not as good of a deal as using public transportation and rideshare. There's a great train system here. There's about a half a dozen different lines.
SkyTrain, the metro, which is a subway, and a bus system.
And they all interconnect and everything, and you can get everywhere in the city on these trains. And they're fabulously cheap. You can ride a couple of stops for 20 or 25 baht, 40 cents or something like that, or 60 cents. We took the train 16 times, so that's 32 rides. How much did we spend?
In US, $30.50.
95 cents per person per ride, which, if you're near a train station, it can't be beat. But what if you're not near a train station? So we are down by the river.
We are down by the river.
And we are not near a train station.
3.5 kilometers to the closest train station.
It's 95 degrees with 95% humidity. Nobody's walking that. What we did, instead of hoofing it 3.5 kilometers to a train station, downloaded the Grab app. And Grab in Southeast Asia is the equivalent of Uber, except that it is a lot better and it is a lot cheaper. We'll show you some stuff on the app here in a minute. We're taking rides clear across town, 30, 35 minutes, and they're $4 or $5 US. It's really cheap, it's really convenient, it's door-to-door service. Why would you mess around with anything else? But in addition to carrying your lazy rear end around, what else can Grab do for you?
They have brought us groceries. They're currently bringing us fried chicken.
Oh man, Kentucky Fried Chicken is on its way.
They will do package deliveries.
Basically, they will carry anything, anywhere, and it's amazingly cheap. Tonight we're having dinner delivered. The delivery fee, I think, was 18 baht. That's 54 cents.
Yeah, it's cheap.
It's unbelievable. Everybody says, well, you don't have to tip in Thailand. Well, we grew up in the U.S. We're used to tipping, so we tip. We usually we'll do like 10% of the order and put it on there for the driver if we're ordering food. And then when it comes to doing ride share, if it's an easy ride, if we're not stuck in traffic, we'll tip maybe 10%. But if we're stuck in traffic and that guy's he's watching the meter go and he's not getting any more money, we might tip 15 or 20%, which I'm sure people will tell us is over tipping, but it's still phenomenally cheap. You throw a 20% tip on there, and you're still looking at a $5 ride. What did we spend total for 40 days here?
We did 21 rides, and we spent $124.75.
Which works out to
$5.95 per ride.
Inclusive of the tip.
Yes.
So for public transportation plus ride share, about $155 for 40 days. And we went everywhere, all over the city.
Yeah.
Now, this is if you know that you're going to be staying just in Bangkok. And, people will talk about, like hiring a driver or whatever. Well, I have a driver at my disposal. I want to go someplace. I give a guy $5 and he takes me there. And when I'm done, I give another guy another $5 and he takes me home. So hiring a driver, maybe if you were going to go outside of town or something and you needed to have a guy, at your disposal if you're going to a remote area. But as far as being in the city, get the Grab app and figure out how to use the train system. We have a video on how to use the train system. It's super simple. I figured it out in like 5 minutes, and I'm not a smart person.
What we typically do is we plan a day of errands, and we order the Grab. We have them drop us at the farthest location from where we are,
Right.
and then we take the train, take it stop by stop to work our way back towards the apartment we're in. And then at the end of the day, we have a short Grab back.
All of the shopping, all of the malls and everything, they're all centered around the train stations. I mean, if there's a train station, it dumps you into a mall.
There are some train stops where you get off at the train platform and you can go down the stairs to the street level, or you can go this way to this mall and this way to this mall. There's
Right.
2 malls at some of these trains.
I've never seen so many malls in my life. And I should point out that the public transportation numbers also includes taking a ferry a couple of times.
Oh yeah,
So we took the ferry across the river, which I think was 40 baht back and forth across the river.
It was 20 baht each way.
And some of these ferries, there was a ferry that we were supposed to take on Sunday that was like 6 baht. It's 18 cents. How is that possible? So that is our advice.
Don't get a rental car.
Don't get a rental car.
There's a taxi stand at the airport. If you come in that way, you can take the train from the airport.
It just depends on where your hotel or your Airbnb is located. When we arrived, we were fresh from 30 hours of travel, and we just didn't. And we'd never been here before. We didn't know how the train worked. We didn't know how Grab worked. We didn't know anything. So we just went down to the taxi stand. I'm pretty sure we got ripped off. We paid 600 baht. It was about a 45-minute ride, and it was about $18. When the taxi driver says the meter's broken, you can be sure that you are getting ripped off.
Yes.
But $18, at that point, we just didn't care. We just wanted to lay down.
Back in Ohio, if we took the taxi from the airport to our apartment, it would have been $40.
Sure.
And it's only a 15-minute ride. Here it was 45 minutes.
Even when you're getting ripped off, it's a fantastic deal. All right, we're going to go in here and we're going to pick the Grab app. But real quick, I should point out there are other services here in Bangkok. Bolt is another rideshare company. To be honest, everything here is Grab. Grab is ubiquitous. Like 2/3 of the traffic on the road is Grab drivers. You might be able to save a little bit by using Bolt, but I don't think the availability is as good. The other thing that we looked at for food delivery was Food Panda, but we could not get a US-based credit card to work with them. So then we just discovered that Grab, you can just order your food on Grab. I know this is about car rentals, but this is phenomenal. So you can just go in here and wherever you want to order from, usually delivery is free or 10 or 20 baht or something like that. Whatever you want. It'll be here in 30 minutes. All right, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, not renting a car. Well, let's digress one more time. You can go into Mart and you can pick, so Tops and Big C are sort of the big grocery stores here. But anyway, yeah, whatever you need delivered. Lawson's, 7-Eleven, pretty much anything. Same thing, delivery costs virtually nothing. Let's say that we want to go to, Bangkok German and Thai food. I tell you what, that is some good food. It's way across town and it is dinner time, so let's see how far it would, or how much it would be. All right, 288. That's a little bit steep, but you gotta remember that's still only $9. And you're gonna be, yeah, it's a 40-minute ride to go not even 5 kilometers. It's because you're going to spend all of that time sitting in traffic. If you're a daredevil, you can spend 35 baht and get on the back of a scooter, and they'll get you there in 15 minutes. Messages. These are going to be, chats with your drivers. You get discounts applied periodically. A lot of times your driver will try and call you in the app, but once it becomes clear that you don't speak English, you don't speak Thai, then they'll usually say go to chat, and you can chat, and then you can just copy and paste into whatever your translation program you're using is. And then under the activity tab, you could just go into your recents and see we ordered some chicken, had that delivered. We had some Subway delivered the other day. This was our ride to G's Bangkok. So it was almost 11 o'clock at night, so it was a little bit cheaper. This was at the end of a day of running errands. We ended up at a Starbucks and we just called a Grab from there. This was like $100 to go across town to go get breakfast.
So if you enjoy this content, please consider giving us a like and a subscribe. We also have links below. The chicken's on the way. We'll show you what we did instead to save money and cost. All right.